So at this point, I think we'd like to hear some brief impressions or reflections from our guests. If you'd like to share your thoughts from what we heard from our three speakers today, you can use the raise hand function on the Zoom, and we would love to hear from you. Okay, we have one already from Indonesia. We have Kifa Bay, I think, who would like to share his impressions on today's talk. Please. You can
Hello?
unmute yourself. Yes.
Hello, can you guys hear my voice?
Yes.
Hello?
Okay,
Yes.
I'm not. Is he speaking? I can't seem to hear him. Can you hear him?
Can I?
Yeah, we can
Can
hear,
you
we
guys
can
hear
hear
Oh,
me?
you.
I
We
can't.
can hear
Okay,
you.
okay, it was me. Sorry.
Okay, then. First of all, I would like to address my huge appreciation to the organization, in this case HWPL, and of course the underbow of the youth organization, IPYG. So I think this kind of uh, event is something that we need to do more often, because as our former Minister of Trade, Gita Wirjayan, said that Asian people, in this case Southeast Asia, they often hold a meetings, and then the purpose of the meeting is to have a meetings, which means that, and then he was criticized with the Europeans fellow, and then he said that yes, that is our purpose. Having meeting for the purpose is for having just a meeting, because with having a meetings that we have the high intensity of interaction, in which there they in which the in which occurring the the uh, the collaboration, and of course the brotherhood, and then of course the solidarity, because the intensity of the interaction pushing us towards that, what we call Southeast Asia brotherhood. So that's why this kind of event, it would probably really needed in our, maybe once a month or maybe a week, so that we understand each other, so that is why we have less conflicts in Southeast Asia, especially when we look over Philippines, Indonesia, Myanmar, Malaysia, and any other countries in this region. Then we would say that we are quite peaceful comparing to other nations or other regions. So that is why the PPTs that are presented by the speakers were really great, that highlighting the huge heart, or the broad heart of our people in Southeast Asia, in which we tend to tolerate with each other, and of course we tend to willing or will to understand any other people from outside the country, not only Indonesia, Philippines, but any other countries from the region. That is why I think the world should learn from us, and the world should have a discussion and take the experience from us, because I believe Southeast Asia is one of the most diverse region in the world. So that's
Thank
all. Thank you.
you. Thank you so much. We are so happy to hear that you see the value of this kind of gathering. And if you want more, that is music to our ears. We can definitely work that out. And why just Southeast Asia? I mean, let's be ambitious and say, Southeast Asia and beyond, the world. Okay, we have a couple more people who are raising their hands. In the interest of time, we will limit it now to these two participants who are raising their hands, starting with June RC, who is from the Philippines. Hello.
Hello po. Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening rather. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. First of all, po, I would like to thank the Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light, the HWPL Philippines. Same with International Peace Youth Group. Thank you for this opportunity where I can express my impression regarding our tree, regarding the um discussions of our three speakers. Of course, with regards po sa peace, I truly believe that gaya po ni sinabi, just like what Dr. Rene, right, said, unity po. to achieve peace, there must be unity. So, being a student leader, I truly believe that if we are all united, we can attain peace. I know that in the Philippines, we are currently facing different struggles, different circumstances, and I hope that through this, we can achieve what we are aiming for. We can achieve peace towards this dilemma that we are facing. Because I truly know that if we have God beside our side, if we have uh, the Almighty, we can truly have a community that value peace and unity. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What a lovely reflection. And I think it made Father Rene Oliveros very happy. I think he's Gen Z, Father Rene, o diba? Okay, how
Yes.
about, yes,
I'm
we also,
17 years old
you're
po.
17. Oh my goodness. Enjoy it while it lasts. Okay.
I am actually po from Marinduque, Ilaya National High School,
Oh, that is wonderful.
part of the
Thank you so
Philippines.
much for joining us.
Thank
Yes,
you
thank
po.
you. Okay, our last impression also from the Philippines. We have Matthew. Hi, Matthew.
Hello, good afternoon to everyone. It is a very big honor for me to be able to attend such a very big forum, and it's an international forum where a lot of very inspiring messages has been shared on behalf of Ordoneta City University. I myself am a student leader in my organization. I am the president of our organization in my university and a vice president in Region 1. And this event of ethical leadership did not only open my mind to new ideas, but to stay grounded to what really matters as a leader. And just like what the last speaker shared, uh, it emphasizes on servant leadership. And I guess I don't just speak for myself, I speak for everyone here who had been to humble enough to give their time and listen to the messages. Uh, I hope that this is not the last the last event, and we wish uh, to join to be able to team up with you again in the near future. Again, I am Matthew, and I am very thankful for your messages, for your inspiring stories, and may God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Matthew. We are more than happy to partner with our friends from the youth sector. Your school is a partner in our event as well. Everyone, thank you so much for your impressions. We have to open the floor now because we have a Q&A session, which we can do very briefly. We received really good questions from our participants through the registration form, and we chose the 3 best questions, which will be answered by our speakers today. Okay, so let's go to our first question, which is from Indonesia. It reads, how can we address ethical and moral conflicts when people and even leaders have different and sometimes inconsistent standards? We would like to request Professor Muhammad Galib to answer this question. Professor?
Yes,
Eh,
thank
ya,
you.
terima kasih. Memang
So,
terjadi konflik
conflict, it
perbedaan,
happens.
maka
Therefore,
di
from
Islam itu
Islamic or
diajarkan
Muslim
agar
point of view, we need to
menyikapi
respond the
perbedaan dan
di-
potensi konflik itu
diversity
dengan kasih sayang.
by
Jadi
respond
dengan
with care
kasih
or
sayang,
love,
kerahmatan, karena Islam
because
itu
Islam itself, basic
dasarnya
or foundation of
kerahmatan
Islam is
kepada semesta
a
alam.
blessing
Jadi
to the
ketika
nature.
terjadi potensi
Therefore, if
konflik,
there are
disharmonisasi di
conflict
antara
potential
baik
between
antara umat beragama maupun
interfaith
umat beragama,
interfaith
atau
people
bahkan
or
dengan
between
seluruh
either any
umat manusia di
people
bumi ini
from
dengan segala
any human
keragamannya, maka
all over the world.
dia harus
So
disikapi
in
dengan
Islam
kasih
point of view,
sayang,
need to
harus
respond
dihadapi
by
dengan
care, love,
suasana
or gentleness.
kelembutan.
Therefore,
Sehingga di Al-Quran dikatakan
inside
kalau
Al-Quran,
terjadi
if
potensi
there are
konflik tetapi
conflict
kemudian
potential
disikapi
and
dengan
we
kasih
respond
sayang,
with love,
itu akan
it will lead
melahirkan
to
kedamaian,
peaceful
pertemanan
friendship
karena rasa kasih sayang. Jadi ini
through
saya
that
kira yang
love.
menjadi sangat
This
penting.
is important, very
Maka dalam
important.
hal ini khususnya para
Therefore,
pemimpin agama
for every
itu harus
religious
terus-menerus
leaders
mengajarkan
must teach
ajaran agama yang damai itu
the peaceful,
untuk
teach
melakukan
peaceful
dialog di tengah-tengah perbedaan, dan setelah
between
itu agama
diversities.
ini dipahami
And
dengan
if
baik.
people understand
Dan
well,
setelah agama dipahami
understand
dengan
their
baik
religion well
dan benar, kemudian
and correctly,
diamalkan,
and then it can be
diimplementasikan dalam
implemented
kehidupan
in
sehari-hari.
their everyday
Jadi
daily life.
saya kira ini yang menjadi sangat penting bagi setiap
Therefore,
pemimpin
this is
agama.
very
Dan
important for
terima kasih,
every
saya kira
religious leader. And
pihak
also,
HWPL ini
I
sudah
really appreciate that
menyatakan
HWPL
sangat baik. Saya sendiri
already
sudah 3 kali ke Korea
implemented this,
Selatan dan
and me myself,
ketemu langsung
I
dengan
already go to South Korea and meet with Mr. Manhili
Manhidin di
in
Korea
South
Selatan,
Korea,
dan
and up
sampai hari ini
until
kami
today,
secara
we
terus-menerus
still
berdialog dan
continue have a
bertawa
dialogue
untuk satu hal,
to
bahwa kita
to
ingin
unite,
hidup damai.
and we
Meskipun kita
always think about
berbeda,
we are one,
perbedaan itu
even though there are many
membawa kasih sayang di antara kita.
differences.
Nah, ini saya kira yang
I
harus
think this is what we
ditekankan
need to
dan
focus
ditunjukkan
on
dengan baik oleh para pemimpin agama,
and
sehingga
need to be
perbedaan itu
known
tidak
between
menimbulkan
every
konflik
religious
dan
leaders, so that
diskriminasi. Artinya
diversities
kita
not
harus
make
bersatu dan damai dalam perbedaan,
conflict, and we need to
harmonis
unite
dalam
with
keberagaman. Saya kira
even
itu
though we have many
jawaban singkat saya.
differences
Terima
or
kasih.
diversities. Thank you. That's my answer.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Muhammad Galib. And that is the purpose of these interfaith dialogues, where we hear each other out because we want to understand and respond to each other in love. So thank you so much for reminding us of that. Let's go to our second question, which is also from Indonesia. It reads, how can leadership education and training programs effectively integrate ethical values from various faith traditions to create future leaders? I would like to invite our youth lecturer and expert on leadership education, Kavi Karunapura Das, to answer this question. Oh, I think you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry.
Sir, oh, there you
Thank
are.
you very much. Okay. How can leadership education and training program effectively integrate ethical values from various faiths, traditions to create future leaders? I think with this HPWL and IPYG programs, I think you're already on that path. I wish I really appreciate that if we can take this furthermore by bringing the unity of all the religion, the teachings that emphasize on ethical leadership, bring them together and try to inculcate that in our school from the elementary, into the high school, so that because in the Vedic age, in the olden age, children are trained right from young age. Those who are going to lead, they are trained right from young age how to lead. It's not something, okay, when I just trying to figure out, I go some leadership training, and no, right from, because whatever you teach young one from a young age, it go deep into their subconscious mind, and that becomes what becomes their life as they grow up in the future. So yeah, now I'm very happy for this platform, this organization. We need to go a little bit step further, bringing this curriculum to schools by merging all the different teaching of different religion, bringing from the Christianity, from the Islam, from the Hare Krishna, from Hindu, adding it to the school curriculum right from young age. We should start teaching people. If we really want peaceful world, we have to start teaching our young one right from young age on how to become ethical leader. with moral integrity. It's very, very important to inculcate that in our school curriculum right from young age. And I think that will really create impact in our, the future leader of the society. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, it's such a vital thing. Why do we not make it part of a school curriculum? One would ask. Thank you. We move on to our final question. It's a question that is coming from the Philippines, and it concerns a very hot topic right now, which I believe is not only happening in the Philippines, but in many others as well. And it reads, how do religions respond to widespread corruption in public office? To answer this one, I would like to invite our expert on Muslim and Christian studies, Father Rene Oliveros. Father Rene, is he here?
Oh, can you hear me?
Because we were experiencing some connection issues with him earlier. I wonder
Okay.
if
Can you
he's
hear
around.
me?
Okay,
Hello?
he is.
Yeah, here. Hello, Sam. Hello, Sam. Can you
Father
hear me?
Rene.
Yeah, I'm speaking right now, but apparently you can't hear me.
Yes.
I can hear
Hello?
you. Sorry, that was my fault. Sorry.
Okay, there you go. It's this is challenging when we look at sin in our face. Beautiful religion, Christianity, Islam, Asian religions are so beautiful, but we are challenged in the 21st century, and we have to face them for the sake of the next generation. All Asian religions have a universal teaching. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not steal. It's universal. You can find that in all Asian religions. But these things are bothering this current generation. How will we deal with that? Okay, basic is not retaliation, but restitution. Can you hear me, Sam?
Yes, I
I
can,
think I'm
Father.
wrong. Yeah,
Yes, I can
okay.
hear you.
Okay, not retaliation, but restitution. Retaliation is always violence. Restitution is justice. When I say restitution, before you are forgiven, or in the church, before you are absolved, you return what you have stolen. As Jesus said, if you want to make peace, before you offer, you make peace with your neighbor. Do not offer to me what you want to offer without making peace with your neighbor. Making peace with your neighbor is restitution. That's a powerful message. In our time, that has been forgotten in the church, but we have to go back to that. Because if there is no restitution, it might lead to violence. Okay? And we go back to our traditions. Our religions are beautiful. We go back to that tradition and what has been taught for generations, for centuries. The answer is there. If they ask, what's the solution for the Muslim? Be a good Muslim. What is the solution for a good Christian? Be a good Christian. Hinduism, Buddhism, be good followers of your faith. Okay? God is gracious and He is forgiving. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. But we cannot abuse God's mercy. We cannot take advantage of God's goodness because God demands justice. He is a God of justice. Okay? In the Philippines, we have so much soul searching going on. Soul searching. We have lost that soul. The season of Advent is a time to really reflect who we are as Christians. As a Christian nation, we ask the question, where did we go wrong? Okay, it's so hard to preach Christ in other countries when they say, how come you bring Christ to us? Your country itself is going through difficulty. There is so much dishonesty. So it's a soul-searching time for Christians in the Philippines. The season of Advent is a call for repentance and going back to God. Lastly, perhaps a strong reminder to the church. We have church leaders. Okay? The question is, what happened to our education? why some of the corrupt people even came from Catholic schools. Okay, painful to hear. I love my Catholic education, but if you look at the people who are leading and now involved in corruption, some of them came from Catholic school. And many of them go to Mass on Sunday, even receive communion. What went wrong? So my last point, a challenge to all Christians in the Philippines, can be the same challenge also to your nation. The church, in a sense, is accountable for the sins committed by co-Catholics. Same faith that we embrace, if they commit sin, we are partly accountable. Where did we fail in forming a generation of leaders who are corrupt? I'm talking about the situation in the Philippines. Why some Catholics are easily tempted? My talk, I mentioned about the human soul. They did not take good care of their soul. That's why they're easily tempted. What is offered to them is external material. They forget something deeper, the beauty within. They are easily tempted. So there is soul searching that we have to go back. We mentioned again a term that we've gotten. We have souls given by God, made in the image and likeness of God. And the last point, if we are tempted, should we go back to Christ? Christ is more powerful than evil. Where is the power of Jesus Christ? We bring it back to our nation. Lastly, or perhaps maybe I will challenge the leaders, Christian leaders, Catholic leaders. Maybe our witnessing to Christ is ineffective. Maybe we don't inspire fellow Catholics. Christmas is around the corner. We go back to the manger. We remember the simplicity of Christ. Not wealth will save us. The grace and the forgiveness of God will save humankind. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Father Rene Oliveros. Again, lots to meditate on.